So you're done with your Daniel fast. Now what? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Judy, and today we're going to be talking about my Daniel fast experience this time. I know that it speaks to some of you guys, so I really wanted to make sure I give you guys a recap of what I learned this time around with my Daniel fast. I feel like this time around was the most effective Daniel fast I've had in my 3 years of doing it. I feel like this time around with my Daniel fast, I've never felt more connected and conflicting at the same time. And it was such a hard thing to go through, but such a blessing at the same time. And in my last video, I spoke to you guys about the way God revealed what fasting really is about. And all the way to the point of like sitting down to take notes to speak to you guys about this video. It was so challenging. Like I said, if you've seen my second Daniel fast video from this year, I spoke to you guys on how God revealed to me what fasting was. But as I was taking notes and I was trying to really grasp what he was saying to me, he gave me some more. So in my last video, I talked to you guys, and if you guys want more detail, I'll link that video down below for you guys. But in my last video, I spoke about how the beginning of Daniel fast, it's like a tornado, right? The beginning of a tornado, it's if you stand outside, it's breezy, it feels good, you feel like you're gonna get somewhere, right? You feel like it's just gonna be a simple thunderstorm, and it's just going to pass on by. But the second week is like the tornado really hitting. So it's causing mass destruction. You are not understanding what is happening, and you are seeing what God is revealing to you and what you need to work on. The third week is kind of like the end of the storm. You feel like you're gonna get somewhere. You feel like you know, I spoke about the beautiful scenery after a tornado. The skies look beautiful. Everything is calm. It seems so quiet. Excuse me. It seems so quiet. But then that's where I ended the video last time. I spoke about those three things. But as I was taking notes, God revealed to me, what about the weeks that follow after your fast? What do you do? So what about the weeks that follow after a tornado? What do you do? And in that moment, God showed me, you know, picking up mass destruction, picking up what the tornado destroyed. And, you know, eventually things get put back where they belong. You build things back up. But what good is it going to be you building the same exact building with the same exact material only for a tornado to pass again? You're going to just, it's going to fall back down. It's going to get destroyed again, right? So same thing with what God showed me. So what he showed me was that when the tornado comes, destroys everything in your life, right? If you build it back up with the same wood, lumber, things like that, same structure, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. You're just wasting your time, because that tornado that you needed to work on is going to come back around next time you decide to do it fast. So by changing your situations, by changing what God is telling you to change, and being diligent to change those things after your fast, it'll only allow you to grow, because every single time you fast, you may destroy the same building a little bit, but it won't be a mass destruction. It won't be a complete rebuild. It's going to be just a simple fix. Maybe your windows went out this time. And I know I'm talking in like metaphor and like a simile and all that stuff, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. After the destruction, picking the things up little by little by little, and building building your mindset, building your actions, building your habits all over again will allow you to build a stronger foundation. So when those challenges that God told you you needed to let go of come back, you have a different action. When that tornado comes back to your neighborhood, ain't no taking your building down. You're like, this is not a place for you anymore. This is not a place where you're going to destroy. It may and it will destroy another area. It can and it will, okay? Because we are human beings. We are living sometimes for our flesh. So as we get better, we get to see everything that we need to work on. Everyone in this world has something to work on, and we continuously work on it. And if once you are made aware of it and you consciously make decisions to rebuild it a different way, no matter what comes along your way, you're going to already have a solid foundation, a solid home. So if I'm struggling with my finances, I am aware of it. So now I'm making different financial decisions. If I'm struggling with my attitude with my husband, then I am aware of it and I am approaching it in a different situation. If I'm struggling with my attitude at work, and these are just all examples that are coming to me right now, not per se me and in general, and everything sounds good initially. When you're fasting, you're like, yes, God, I see that you need me to work on that. I see that if I let this go, if I let this anger go, if I let this frustration go, if I let my attitude go, if I let this hurt go, whatever the case is, I will be in a better place, right? You're like, yes, I need to do this. And during those 21 days of fast, you're like, yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to do this. But it sounds good when you initially hear it, but the action that it takes afterwards, it takes work. It's not second nature for us. It's like when you're rebuilding the house, right? And you already knew how to build your house. You got all the wood, you got everything that you needed to rebuild your house the same old way you had it before. But you know that that's not going to be a good foundation, and you know it's not going to do you any good. So, but you also know how much more work it's going to take to just switch the material, to switch your attitude, to switch everything that you need to build a different home. We know we need to do it, but we need to do more than just know. We need to follow through. No matter what God showed you, what vision he gave you these last few weeks that you were fasting, know that they will come to pass. Know that they are for you and will always be yours. You just need to align yourself to them. You just need to work towards them. And not building the same structure. Not having the same attitude. I can't expect to make more money in my life doing the same thing I've done forever. Yes, I'm gonna get a little raise at work, but if I want to create financial abundance for my family, I need to make a different decision. I need to work a different way. Same thing with my weight. Right now I'm pregnant, but afterwards, I know that I want to make different health decisions to be more physically fit. It's so important to know that not everyone around you is going to see what you see. You need to understand that your goals might be far-fetched for people and they're not going to understand. But you know what? We're not living for people in this world. We're living for God. So if we make decisions more often to live for God, to more often to live out the vision he gave us for us, then we will be one step closer to our destiny. And don't base your life on how loud the claps are when you're done. Don't base your life on how many likes you get on a video or on and how many comments or people engage with you. That one person is going to get it. That one person is going to get saved. That one person is going to see where you're coming from, and the right person will see it. I think it was this morning or yesterday, I don't know what I was listening to, but it had said that God, our opportunities are already out there. They're already out there, but we need to change what we're doing in order to attain them. So the more we shift ourselves to be more like God on a continuous basis, we will align with what he has planned for us. So 2 theme verses that were like really in my heart during this process were Romans 12:1 and 2. This isn't a Message version, but hear this. Here's what I want you to do. God helping you. Take your everyday ordinary life. You're sleeping, you're eating, you're going to work, you're walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. Embrace what God does for you is the best thing. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for him. Don't become so well adjusted to the culture that you fit into without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognize what he wants from you and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you down to the level of immaturity, God brings the best of you. God brings the best of you, develops what form maturity in you. That's one verse. Like, come on, God, if we give everything, our day-to-day habits, our day-to-day life, all our decisions, all the things that he put before us that we need to get rid of, if we put that before him, he will prosper us. The second verse that just kept coming to mind was Colossians 3:1 and 2. And so if you are serious about living this new resurrection life with Christ, act like it. Pursue the things over with Christ. Pursue the things over which Christ presides. Don't shuffle along, eyes to the ground, absorbed with things right in front of you. Look up and be alert to what's going on around Christ. That's where the action is. See things from his perspective, not your perspective, his perspective. So we may not feel like things are coming along or we don't see it, but if we do what he said to do, we don't need to worry about the end result, because he already gave you the vision for the end result. We just need to live our life to be more like him, because that end result is already promised. So we can choose to not change what's right before us. We can choose to not listen to what God has spoken into us. We can continue to rebuild the same houses, the same situations, the same life over and over again after every single fast, or we can choose to be different. We can choose to rebuild our life and our actions with what God asked out of us and have a different life and be stronger with God. because that's what we were supposed to be doing. No, just like when you surrender to God and you say choose life, choose Christ, like really mean it. Choose God and choose Christ and everything. Choose life and choose Christ in everything that we do. Stop living for your flesh. And when I receive this, and it allows me, like, I'm not perfect. I've had a couple days that I literally went back to my old habits that God told me to change. And let me tell you, I'm more conscious of it now. I'm not always making the best decisions, but I'm rebuilding to switch my decisions, to switch my habits, to switch what God is asking from me. And it's not an overnight thing, so don't beat yourself up after you make the decision to do something of your old habit. If you say something or have an attitude towards something, correct it. If you know that you're doing something that you shouldn't be, wasting your time procrastinating, and you catch yourself in that moment, instantly make the decision to be better. I hope this video spoke to you, and I hope that it just encouraged you just to push forward as you finish your fast. Your life is not over. Your decision making with God is not over. This is just in the beginning. Make him the center of your life and make your decisions better every single day. It's not I think I forgot the saying. It's like, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon or something like that. Like, this is a long going, continuous thing that you're going to be going through, and we're going to continue to grow. We're humans, and God is on our side. If you enjoyed this video and it spoke to you and God used me to reveal anything that you needed to reveal for yourself, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.